Was ist das?
Hi there, we're here to review the Audio Gourmet net label release in the Bleak Wilderness of Sleep. Now, normally you would see us taking the CD out and putting it on, but as the first track is such an incredibly subtle and delicate intro, I've actually had it going now in hopes that we can capture it. Let's have a look and see how far in we are. 2 minutes in. I'm turning this now up to maximum volume. This is up at 100. To give you an idea, my usual noisy usage is 40. It is the most subtle introduction ever. Now we'll open this up for you a little bit. Inside you get the CD, which obviously you can't see because it is in the player. Get the little track listing there, because this is a compilation. Apologies when I said it was John Troma, it's Michael Troma, Pushing Through Grey at the moment. 12 tracks, all exclusives here, and also a very, very startlingly darkly beautiful piece of artwork here. Now the curator of this compilation is definitely leaning towards the stranger, darker sides of ambient here. We will 3 minutes 20 seconds in here, it's still just the very, very faintest, subtlest sounds. We're going to move over to the next track from Simon Weetham, called Cold Shoulder Part 1.2. Again, even at the astronomical volumes that I've got here, very, very subtle. That's kind of this compilation is arranged like a really, really classic album. It progresses and evolves in a way that's quite unusual for a compilation album. I'm going to try take it up to 100 for you. It really is the kind of the most extreme and challenging ones on here first. CD is one of those ones where you have to double check to make sure that it is playing. It's so subtle as the introduction. But the album doesn't rest at its laurels and doesn't stay the same. We'll move forward. It's track 3 from the inside. Strange lurching noises. I mean, they all sound sort of like natural found sounds, twisted and distorted. It is actually quite nightmarish, really, in places, this album, which is no bad thing. This is James McDougall with the track Scarborough. Doesn't really bring to mind seaside resorts to me. You can hear subtle hints in here in the mix. Very, very intricate. Many, many, many different sounds in there. As you can tell now, it's coming to the point where I'm having to adjust the volume on this. I guess it's that old trick with this album. Lure you into a false sense of security, get you to really whack the volume up, and then slowly, slowly twisting it into louder. So minutely you don't notice it's doing it until suddenly at some point you find yourself deafened by an extraordinary sound field. Moving onward. Track 5 here, Deep into Perspectives, is their song Home. Makes you wonder what they call home. It sounds to me like spaceships whizzing through hyperspace on a rainy day. Spectre Sierras under cool air, which makes me think of the H.P. Lovecraft had a short story called Cool Air, reflecting his horror of the cold. You can imagine you might find this compilation album deeply unnerving. There's a lot of strange cold darkness about it. I mean, you really could imagine some of these making wonderful soundtracks to more avant-garde sort of horror films, maybe line with the very unnerving use of sound in some of the Far Eastern horror films of recent years. We'll keep things moving on. Track 7 here from Francisco Lopez. So right there, dog seen another dog on the street that he lives on. So takes deep offence at that. This is Francisco Lopez, Untitled 264. Now, this is one of the ones that catches you out. The first time I got this album, from a previous experience of a really sort of pleasant, mellow, enjoyable ambience from Audio Gourmet, I put this CD on at bedtime to drift away into it, and I was already starting to feel a little bit uneasy, but then when those crashes and bangs on Francisco Lopez's track kicked in, I really realised I'd badly misjudged this album. I suppose the clues down the title, "In the Bleak Wilderness of Sleep," suggests imagination and otherworldliness. But there you've got the titles Bleak and Wilderness. Something darker, more despairing in there. Bit of a Spheruleus here, Overcast, this track's called. So, what we have here is a compilation album, beautifully strange, darkly wonderful, and highly abstract. It's not your typical chill out. It's not something to lay back and relax to. It's music to lose yourself into, to dream and imagine to. But it's not music there with a comfort rail. The artist here can make some strange dark turns, and indeed do on nearly all of the tracks on here. If imagination is your thing, this album is rich in imagination, and rich in strange dark dreams too.